So you're moving to Idaho from California and you want to know what some of the top reasons why other Californians are making the move here to Idaho. We're getting after that right now. Hey everyone, so you're looking to move to Idaho from California and you're looking to see why other people are making the move here to Idaho from California. Well, we're covering that in this video right now. And real quick, my name is Curtis Chism with the Chism team, and my team and I specialize in helping people relocate here to Idaho from California and from other states. And we absolutely love it. We get calls and reach outs from people just like you looking to make the smooth move here to Idaho. And that's what we specialize in, is making that move as smooth as possible for you. Now, whether you're looking to sell a home before you move, you got to buy and sell, we have programs that can help you buy before you sell your home, even though maybe we may not be your agent back in California or wherever else you are. So if that's you, just reach out via phone, text, or email. We'd love to sit down with you and talk with you about making the move here. What are you looking for when you're making the move here to Idaho? What kind of lifestyle are you looking for? What's your budget? And we'll figure out the best neighborhood, the best city for you to be in, whether that's Boise, Eagle, Meridian. If you want to be near the Greenbelt, it might be Eagle, a good place for you, right next to the foothills, or Star. You want to be right in the action of the suburbs and sports and schools and the village and shopping. Meridian might be a good place. Or if you're looking for more country, maybe Nampa, Caldwell, Cuna, or Star again as well, might be a good option for you. But we'll help you figure that out, and we'd absolutely love the opportunity to work with you. And hit subscribe on this channel because we're constantly dropping new videos that help you learn about moving here to Idaho before you ever make that move. And when you come to visit, you know what you're looking at. And so subscribe and you'll get those new videos every single week. And also like that video, it really helps us out. And let's get after the top reasons why people are making the move here to Idaho. So a lot of this comes from either myself, my friends, or even Facebook groups that I'm a part of where we can kind of collaborate and see like, why are people making the move here? So there's a lot of conversations I've had with people. And the number one reason that people will give me is that it's not California. So that's what a lot of this kind of boils down to, is that it's not California. When you say that to someone, they know exactly what you're talking about. So everything kind of boils down to, yeah, Idaho's not California. So, you know, with that, of course, it means getting away from the crazy politics that are in California. It's getting away from the rising crime that's happening there, the out of control homelessness that's happening there, the drug use, and all the other crazy politics that are being slammed down to people's throats right now. And we're having to fund all that through tax dollars and the crazy policies as well. So when I was making the move here, I got a lot of people telling me, saying, welcome to America. I mean, it's just so different. It's night and day. It's hard to express and explain until you've actually been here and experienced it, but it's just so much different. And that's why people are moving here, because they're tired of the craziness that's happening in California. I'm born and raised San Diego, third generation. I love San Diego. I still have family there, but California and the politics just drove me out ultimately to find something that was a better place to live, a better place to raise my family. And so that's why I and a lot of people are making the move here, is for that reason. And number two is related to that is, again, it is a better and safer place to raise my children. My neighbor across the street, I asked him, hey, what was your reason for making the move here? He was coming from a different state, actually, from Louisiana. He said it was safety. It was safety for his 3 daughters, you know, and so that was the number one reason why he made the move here. And I live in Nampa, right next to Caldwell. A lot of people are worried. They say things online about, oh, Caldwell's not safe, Nampa's not safe. It's super, super safe. I have no problem raising my small children here as well. And that's why he moved here. So before you write a certain area off, let's take a look at it and make sure that it's actually as safe as people say it is, or not safe or whatever, but you're gonna be okay pretty much anywhere you go here. I have a whole video about going into the safety of all the different cities here in Boise and Treasure Valley, and then specifically looking at the safety of some specific ones like Caldwell, for instance, too. So check those out if you wanna dive into more of the safety aspect. But as far as a better place to raise our kids, there is so much to do here. It's super, super family friendly. People love the fact that we have 3 children. You know, in California, it's like, wow, you got 3 kids? What's wrong with you? Aren't you supposed to have 1.9 kids, or whatever the ratio is right now? So, you know, it's just set up for families. There's so many activities So many playgrounds around here with splash pads. It's great during the summertime. You've got access to the river, which we absolutely love going to. You can do the river float. You can just go to the river with your kids and splash around in it. You can fish. There's so many activities you can do right here in Treasure Valley. And then you've got the beautiful, beautiful mountains. You got the Sawtooth Mountains right here. Absolutely gorgeous lakes. You got McCall just a couple hours away. You got Bogus Basin, so you can mountain bike. They've got a cool like mountain roller coaster thing there, and of course skiing during the winter time. So there's just a lot of activities here in Treasure Valley. There's good schools, especially on the charter and homeschool hybrid type programs, and so many sports activities as well. So that was a huge reason for us making the move here to Idaho. Number three that a lot of people tell me is that it's a more affordable place to buy a home. Now, it depends on where you're coming from, of course, but that's gonna be the number one thing is affordability, especially in housing costs. So for what you can get for your money, it's gonna be very, very affordable. Now, is it as affordable right now as say a place like Texas or Tennessee? No, it's not, but it's certainly way, way more affordable than a place like California, where the median prices are ranging anywhere from around $900,000 to $1.5 million, whereas the median prices here are pretty much right around $500,000 to $600,000, unless you're getting into Eagle, which will be closer to the $1 million range. So definitely a lot, but you're gonna have a huge, huge, beautiful home for that price. That if you paid $1 million in San Diego, depending on where you are, you literally could get a shack by the beach, or you could get a 4,000 square foot mansion here for the same amount of money. So your utility bills are gonna be a lot cheaper as well. But that's where it kind of stops as far as affordability. There's not a lot, other things tend to cost a similar amount of money. Gas will be a little cheaper, $1 to $2 a gallon cheaper, but your grocery bills will be very similar, and they do charge sales tax on the groceries here, whereas California, they don't. So where you're gonna get the most bang for your buck in affordability is gonna be in housing, but you're not gonna really save too much more money in other areas. But that being said, if you're looking for affordability for your housing cost and how much home you can get, this is gonna be the place. And that's what we looked at too. And that's why we moved to Nampa, because we really liked what we could get for our money. We bought a brand new construction home. I like that. No one's lived in it before, which is fine. I'm fine with living in a place that someone else has before, but I know exactly everything that's okay with the home. If anything's breaking, I'm the first one that's aware of that. And all the systems are brand new, and we can get a nice large 4-bedroom with a bonus room for an office, 4-car garage, some space. So you're just gonna get a lot more for your money out here. All right, number 4 is access to nature. And I touched on this earlier, but you are right next to so many lakes, the river, there's farmland out here, there's walking trails, there's geese, there's ducks, and then there's farm animals, horses, cows, goats, sheep, everywhere. I mean, even in the middle of Boise, you'll find cows, you'll still find pastures. In Meridian, you'll still find pastures. And certainly as you get in the outskirts of Eagle, definitely Star, Nampa, Caldwell, Cuna, etc., you're gonna find a lot more of that. But you got the Boise foothills right here, and then just an hour drive or 45 minutes from Eagle, you're into the mountains, into absolutely gorgeous mountains that from California, you can drive hours and hours to get to a lot of these mountains typically, but they're right outside your back door, just steps out your backyard in some instances. So there's a lot of great access to nature, and you really need to get outdoors, especially during the summertime, get your vitamin D levels up. And in the wintertime, you really gotta be proactive about getting outdoors, even though it's cold, get some sunshine, take some vitamin D, because that can be an issue for people, is that you can get seasonal depression because of you don't have a lot of sunshine and vitamin D. Next up is gonna be better gun laws. It's certainly way less restrictive here. I mean, I just kind of laughed when I found out how few restrictions there were compared to California. I pulled up the Idaho gun law page on the Idaho state website, and it was one short page. If you look at the Wikipedia page, it's one short page. It's basically whatever the federal restrictions are, and that's about it. You can open carry, you can conceal carry here. You can get a concealed carry permit if you wish, which gives you reciprocity in some other states, but it's not required for you to conceal carry. Now, there are certain restrictions, of course. If you're a felon or if you're drunk, you cannot be carrying a weapon at all, etc. But other than that, it's pretty much wide open. You can have ghost ARs. So there's a lot more freedom here around that. And you talk to people about guns, and I tell you, they've got guns. That's a big reason I moved here as well, so that I didn't have to feel like a criminal if I owned an AR. So I personally do own an AR as well as a few other firearms, and I don't feel like a criminal here in Idaho owning one anymore. Next up is going to be lower taxes and fees overall. So your state income taxes are definitely going to be lower. Of course, these change, but generally you're going to be right around 7%, whereas California, your top end could be around 13%. So potentially about half the cost in terms of tax savings. So that's going to help you out a lot, which is awesome. The fees here are lower overall as far as government fees, like the DMV, for instance. It's pretty much $75 for a 1-year registration. So most people actually get a 2-year, they'll do $150, 2-year registration, you don't have to deal with it for 2 years. So that's way, way cheaper than registering a vehicle in California, especially if it's a brand new vehicle. You could pay $800 to $1,000 for a vehicle registration in California. So you are gonna be saving money in taxes and fees. Next up is friendly people. The Idahoans here are so friendly, whether they're native Idahoans or if they're relocated here as well. Because, you know, we're basically all like refugees is what we kind of feel like when we come here. So we're all just so happy to be here. And, you know, you hear stories about Idahoans that hate Californians, etc. You know, you get some of that. People might get frustrated. Honestly, it'll be online, but no one's gonna do that to your face. And it's just, they're super friendly once you get here, once you get your plates changed. So that's the big thing. Change your license plates as soon as you can. Get a friend you can get mail sent to you so you can get your residency established as soon as you can. Even before you move here, you can get your license plates changed super fast. I never had an issue with that. I got pulled over by a police officer once. He just wanted to know if I liked the color of my truck, because I have a really beautiful kind of brown colored truck, the Tundra, and he liked the color, he liked the truck, so he wanted to talk to me about it. And I get yelled at by one lady when I kind of cut her off. I didn't mean to cut her off. I had to get over, and she would not let me over, so I came over, and she zoomed around me and yelled at me, and I had my California plates on still. So it can happen, but just change your plates quickly. But yeah, people are super friendly here. But that being said too, sometimes they can be super friendly, but might still be a little bit cold because they have to get to know you, build a relationship with you, and trust you. But once that trust is built, man, it's golden. And people here operate by referrals. So people love to be referred to service people, etc. here. And especially there's a lot of Facebook groups. A lot of referrals happen in there as far as like, hey, what do I need a handyman for this. Hey, I need to get my house sprayed for spiders. Who do I use? I need gutters put on my house, that kind of thing. Of course, I can help you with that too. But it's a great way to have a trusted network of people from your friends that you get to know here, either through Facebook groups or just through personal connections. So people go through personal connections here than they do over Google reviews. So friendly people build trust, and then you got amazing referral network here. And I would recommend, if you're in business for yourself or you're in sales in any way, to figure out how to network as soon as possible. I've got some great ways to network. I know there's great spots to go and network to meet people really quickly. Number 8 is a slower pace of life. So no matter where you're gonna be here in the Valley, it's just gonna slow down for you. You know, pretty much all the roads here are original farm roads, 2-lane country roads. You got some 4-lane roads. You got I-84, the main freeway. That's a little crazy. I try to stay off that as much as I can. But overall, you're just gonna have a slower pace of life. You got a lot of farmland around here. You got the cattle, the horses, the goats, the sheep, the chickens. So things are just gonna slow down. You're gonna drive slower, and everyone just moves a little bit slower. So I really enjoy that. Your stress levels are gonna drop when you come here immediately. So that's a big reason why people move here, is a slower pace of life. Next up is fewer vaccination requirements. And a lot of people relocated here during COVID because Idaho was a much more free state around COVID. So that was a major driver for people. That'll probably slow down as things kind of relax a little bit until the next crazy agenda pops up. But that being said too, vaccination for children, they're more open to fewer vaccinations, etc. So a lot of people are relocating here for those reasons. So, you know, that's just a big reason. So if you don't like that, I'm just letting you know that's why people are moving here. And then the final big reason is it is a state that supports the sanctity of life for the unborn. So again, if you want to vote with your tax dollars and you want to move to a state where it aligns with what you believe around abortion and the sanctity of life and pro-life movement, then Idaho might be for you. If not, then maybe stay in California. You know, states are aligning and drawing the lines as far as what they support. And that's a big reason why people are moving here. People are voting with their feet right now and their tax dollars. They are literally, just like myself, picking up themselves and moving to the states where they align more politically. For what it is, whether that's a good thing or not, that's what's happening. So that's a big reason why people are moving here as well. All right, so those were the top 10 reasons why people are relocating here from California to Idaho, and obviously some other states as well. If you're looking to make the move here from California or any other state, I would love to help you with that. My team and I specialize in helping people relocate here to Idaho. We'd love to sit down with you, figure out the best spot for you, and let's have that conversation. Just phone, text, or email us and we'll help you out. And if you are looking to make the move here, you got to check out this video right here, and we'll see you on the next video.